So I tweeted this, but just like anything else I put out there to the world, I read it over a few times. I let it sink in. I just looked at it on my phone before I hit send. I read it aloud. I thought to myself, is this what I want to say? Is this how I want to say it? Do I really need to say this? And what kind of response am I expecting in return? Now, look, I take no pleasure in criticizing others in my industry. I just don't like doing it. I feel awkward about that. Again, it's no pleasure. It's no fun. There's no pride factor here, but I just felt like everything I had been consuming on this topic of A's baseball, it deserved at least somebody with a little bit of a platform to go out there and say this as a response. Now I'm making this YouTube video. I'm going to kind of explain the tweet, but not in great detail. I really think it speaks for itself. Because if you work in sports media and you don't ever bring up the Oakland A's as a baseball entity, I'm talking about on the field or trades or players or games or plays or situations or the season in general. Like if you never bring up the Oakland A's and you work in sports media, except for when it comes to stadium or attendance issues, then what does that say? Like, what are we doing here? What are you doing here? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish? I just don't know. And yeah, I guess that's a little bit critical. I just do not know the original intent. You care nothing about the A's unless it comes to kind of like weird low-hanging fruit where you can just go in complete bash mode. And I want to be very clear. I followed the original tweet up with this one, kind of a thread. I said, I'm not attempting to single out any one person here, like any one person in the media. Otherwise, I would approach them directly. I might tweet at them directly. I would have tagged them directly. But honestly, I would have rather handled this away from social media. I got a lot of phone numbers. I could go right after somebody, and I don't mean right after them. I could go right to them and have an adult discussion off social media. But that's the whole thing here. This is such a wide-scale occurrence that this is not just one person. So I don't want to make it about just one person because I know some were tagged in my original tweet, which, again, became pretty popular and shared and liked and all that stuff. But it's just, as a person who covers this team in and out on a daily and regular basis, I see people come and go, and they don't ever want to participate in the big picture theme. They only want to pick one little sliver of what's going on with the franchise and comment on that in a very predictable fashion. So I'll leave it at that. I'm sure you saw this on Twitter, but if you didn't, I wanted you to see it here and give it a little bit of background.